Hello, traders. Just want to walk you through building some scans. I know some of you have trouble with it, some of you don't understand it. So what we're going to do is we're going to start from scratch. Now, I've clicked on the scan tab. We're going to click the middle of these three bars over here, load scan query, and down here you will see create a scan query. It's going to pop up another window, this one here. And if you put your mouse right on the bottom edge, you'll see it change, and you can pull down and it brings out some other things here. So the first thing we want to do, let's just go ahead and name it and save it. Let's just call it test scan. You can call it whatever you want. And I'm going to click save, and then we're going to pull it up right here. So we're going to go back to the center of the three hamburger bars, load scan query. It's called test scan right here. And now we're into this test scan. And for the purposes of this video, we're going to just delete everything. So now we have nothing here. We're going to click add filter right here. And the first thing we want to put is the price range. So I click stock, add filter and click stock. Then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to change this to either last or close, whichever one you want to choose. I'm going to choose close. This is the minimum price you want to trade. For now, I'm just going to put $1. And over here, I'm just going to put $50 for now. So 50.0. I'm going to hit enter on my keyboard. So this is the price range that I want to trade. So now I need a minimum volume that I'm willing to trade on. So I'm going to click this plus sign. Right here it says stock. I'm going to click stock again. I'm going to click on the ask, and I'm going to scroll all the way down to volume, and I'm going to double click it. So let's just say, for instance, I want a minimum of 1 million shares. See if I got too many zeros. There's 1 million shares. Hit enter on my keyboard. And now let's say that I want to find all of the stocks in this price range where the close is higher than the close. And what I mean by that is you have a candle that's closed and the next candle is closed higher than the previous. And let's take it a step further, and the third candle has closed higher than the candle before it. So we're going to be looking at a candle, and then a higher candle, and then a higher candle. So I'm going to click filter, then I'm going to click study. And in this study, we're going to come down and we're going to click custom. Well, where did it go? I got to find it. It's right here on my other screen. So now we're in custom, and you want to delete this thing that's always there, and I don't know why they put it there. So let's add a condition, and the condition we want to add is a study. Actually, it's not a study. Let me correct that. Let's click off of it. We're going to click here, and we're going to click price because it's the candle we're targeting. So here's the close, and we want this close to be higher than the next close. So we're going to click is greater than, and then we're going to click this one and price again and the close. And then we're going to say 1 bar ago. So the close is greater than the close 1 bar ago. Let's click save. And right here is the ThinkorSwim editor. And you can also see right here it says the close is greater than the close from 1 bar ago. So then now we need to add the next 2 bars. So this one is higher than that one. So add a condition, go back to price and the close. Now the close 1 bar ago is greater than the close from 2 bars ago, and click save. So now the close 1 bar ago is greater than the close from 2 bars ago. And let's make sure it reads correctly. The close is greater than the close from 1 bar ago. That means The current candle is higher than the previous candle. And the close from 1 bar ago, that's the second candle, is now higher than the close from 2 bars ago. And let's change this to 1 minute. And then we're going to click OK. So let's run this scan. And let's take a look at one of the stocks. So I'm going to save it, hit the hamburger bar, save the scan, and it should say test scan, save, and OK. Now let me pull it up in the Market Watch tab, and you click the Market Watch tab. Let's go find that test scan right here. And these are all the stocks that we're searching for. Let's click this one, for instance. And you can see we have 3 bars here, and one's higher than the other. Let's get a better example. Got to hurry up and do this so it doesn't refresh. Well, I must click the same one. Let's click down the list. Well, it's not changing. Let me see why it's not changing, because we're on red, not green. Let's go to green. Let's check this one, ABR. So there we have 3 green candles. Let's try another one. Let's go to the next stock down, charts. We have 3 green candles. Let's try a different one, just hit a random one, chart. We had 3 green candles. They're not actually green, but the close is higher than the close is higher than the close. So we're looking for stocks that are doing this. So let's click this one, chart. We have 3 green candles. So what we programmed was the current candle is higher than the candle before it, and the close 2 bars ago is higher than the close here. So we're looking for this upward movement. And you can continue on. I mean, you could actually say that 5 candles or whatever, you can keep adding to this list. So you would start next with the candle, the close 2 bars ago is higher than the close from 3 bars ago. And that'll give you multiple candles going up, trending up. So this is a good way to find stocks that are moving up. And I'll do another example here. Let's just look at something totally different, but that's how you do this one. So on this next one, let's say that you are a stochastic trader and you want to know each time the K line crosses above the D line, K period and D period. These are overbought, and this is oversold. So you want to create a scan that finds every stock where the crossover is happening. So let's go over to our scan tab, and I'm going to delete this one that we just did, and I'm going to add a filter, and we're going to add a study. And then this time we're going to hit custom. And this window is going to pop up. We're going to delete that same line of code that keeps coming in, and we're going to add a condition. So we know the stochastics is a study. So we're going to click study here. We're going to look for slow stochastics. I'll just type in slow so we can find it. So slow stochastics, and that's going to pull up the conditions here. So it already says the K line, and here's the overbought, oversold indicators that are in this slow stochastic. So we want the K line crossing above the D period. So K period above D period. So we're going to select the K line here, crosses above. We're going to go back to the study. We're going to go back to the slow stochastics. We're still in that one indicator. And instead of selecting K here, we want the K period crossing above the D period. So we select D here and click Save. And we just created a scan that's going to find all of the crossovers. Let's change this to 1 minute and rescan since my chart's on 1 minute. Scan. And these are the stocks that are having the blue line crossing over. Let me save it so that we can pull them up in Market Watch tab. We're saving the test scan. And yes. So we go to Market Watch tab. We're on our test scan. So these should be crossing over just like this, the K line crossing over the D line. So all of these stocks, the K line is crossing over the D line. Crossing over the D line. So you can pretty much, any indicator that is in ThinkorSwim, if you know how to use that indicator, you can create a scan for it. And you can even manipulate the numbers. If on your stochastics, let's go to the chart, let's go to studies, edit studies, and let's say you've adjusted your slow stochastics and you change these to K period numbers and D period numbers. And I like to use 14 on the K period and 3 on the D period. Now watch these lines when I click OK, and they changed. So now we have to go adjust our scan because we changed these numbers. So let's go back to our scan. Let's go back to edit. And this is where we originally created. We need to edit it. And you'll notice that down here where it was 10 and 10, and we changed it to 14 and 3. Got to do the same thing over here, 14 and 3. And click Save and OK. We're going to run the scan because it's new numbers we've changed our slow stochastics to. Save the scan. Save and save. And we're going to go to our Market Watch tab, and our indicators have changed, our stocks. So let's click the first one, chart. And you'll see right down here, we still have the 14 and 3 numbers, and we have a crossover. Let's go to the next one, chart. And the white line is crossed over. And you can also create that scan, say, I want to know when the K period crosses below the oversold. Those indicators are in there too. So let me show you that real quick. If you wanted to do a different kind of a scan other than just a crossover, let's say you want K line is oversold, so you would do the K line. And let's say we want to cross above oversold, so crosses above, and you would come down here and select oversold. And that's going to change that white line coming up off the bottom and going above oversold. And that's how you would do it for the stochastics. So let's do one more here. Let's do RSI. I know a lot of you trade the RSI. So let's delete this. This is still our test scan. We're going to add a filter, study filter. And we're going to be looking for that RSI. So we're going to custom. This window is going to pop up. These are things you really need to know. Let's delete that line that's in there. Add a condition. We're looking for a study, and we're going to look for the RSI. So there's the RSI. And these are the overbought and oversold, the 70 and the 30. So we want to know that the RSI is crossing above a study, a RSI, and we want it to be crossing above oversold. And you click save. Let's put it on 1 minute and click OK. And now we have the study that the RSI is crossing above oversold on 1 minute. Scan. Now I'm going to have to put RSI on my chart. So let me change that real quick. Edit studies. Let's get rid of this stochastic. Let's go RSI. And RSI. Click apply. And let's edit it a little bit so we can see it a little bit better. So let's make it thicker here too. And let's change the color to something we can see. Let's just go with white. Click OK and apply. So there's the white. I'm going to cancel this. I'm going to move this up so you can see it better. So we did a scan looking for the RSI crossing above oversold, and we hit scan. We only have 2 stocks. Let's go to Market Watch, test scan. Where did it go? Let's see, scan. This is our Market Watch, scan. We're on 1 minute. Oh, I got to save it. That's what it is. Save the scan because we changed it to the RSI. Okay, now it's saved. Then we go to Market Watch. And I hope this is working right. Let's see. Yes, it is. The RSI is crossing above oversold. Go back to Market Watch, hit this one. The RSI is crossing above oversold. I hope you're getting this because it'll really help you find stocks crossing above oversold that maybe fit the tools that you're learning. So the best way to do that is like this RSI. If you don't know what's in this RSI, let's just go to studies, edit studies. This is our RSI. Let's hit this here. Right here, it tells you what's within that indicator. The RSI, the oversold, the overbought, the up signal and the down signal. I never use these two. It's either overbought or oversold, whatever I'm searching for. So I hope this really helps you out. You can do this with multiple indicators. Let's go back to the scan tab just so I can show you what is within there. Let's hit the edit. So all of the indicators that are in ThinkorSwim, you can pretty much find them just by clicking study. So all of these indicators, you can modify them for a search scan. Just whichever one you prefer using, click the gear icon like I did on the chart window and look what's in this indicator and what you want to see in your scan. Like here's the MACD right here. You can search for the MACD, overbought, oversold conditions. You can search for almost anything. Just make sure you put this on your chart first, then go to studies, edit studies, hit the gear icon, and look at what's the contents of that indicator. Pick out what you want to happen in that indicator and then build a scan to find it. I hope this helps you build scans. I appreciate you watching this video and God bless.